There's an old saying that goes, "Money doesn't grow on trees." It's a phrase many of us have heard countless times, usually as a reminder that wealth isn't easy to come by and that we need to be mindful of how we spend what we have. But what if we could turn this idea on its head? What if, in a way, money could grow on trees? Or rather, what if we could learn to cultivate wealth and abundance in our lives just as we would tend to a garden? Think about it. When we plant a tree, we don't expect it to bear fruit overnight. We understand that it takes time, care, and the right conditions for it to grow. We water it, give it sunlight, and protect it from harm. And in return, it slowly grows stronger, reaching toward the sky, its branches spreading wide. Eventually, it may bear fruit, but that's the result of all the love and attention we've given it over time. Now, imagine if we approached our financial lives in the same way. Instead of thinking of wealth as something elusive or difficult to obtain, we see it as a seed that we can plant, nurture, and grow. It's not about chasing money or constantly worrying about how much we have or don't have. It's about creating an environment in our minds and our lives that invites prosperity to take root and flourish. So, while money might not literally grow on trees, the idea isn't entirely off the mark. Our relationship with wealth can be like a garden, something that requires patience, care, and a bit of faith in the process. And just like with a garden, what we put into it is what we get out. If we cultivate it with love, intention, and positive energy, we create the conditions for abundance to grow and flow into our lives. This is the essence of the ritual we're about to explore. It's a way to physically and spiritually plant the seeds of prosperity, to create a space in our lives where abundance is welcome. It's a reminder that, with the right mindset and actions, we can indeed cultivate a life where the energy of wealth flows as naturally as water into the roots of a tree. Centuries ago, nestled in the peaceful mountains, there was a small village where a monk named Tenzin lived. Tenzin wasn't wealthy by any material means, but he had an aura of abundance around him. His simple life seemed to be filled with a kind of richness that went beyond money. He was content, surrounded by the beauty of nature and always willing to share what little he had. To the villagers, it seemed like prosperity followed him wherever he went. One day, a young woman from the village came to Tenzin. Her face was lined with worry, and her eyes carried the weight of many sleepless nights. "Master," she said, her voice heavy with despair, "I toil day and night, but no matter how hard I work, I can never seem to make ends meet. My fields are barren, my purse is empty. Please tell me, how can I bring abundance into my life?" Tenzin listened quietly, his gaze soft and understanding. After a moment he spoke. "Wealth, like a garden, is something that must be cultivated," he began. "It's not about how hard you work or how much you do. It's about how you nurture and care for the energy of prosperity." He led her to a small, well-tended garden near the temple. The garden was simple but flourishing, full of life and vibrancy. "This garden," he explained, "is a reflection of how we can bring prosperity into our lives. It's not about forcing growth, it's about creating the right conditions for it to happen naturally." Tenzin then prepared a mixture using water, herbs, and a pinch of earth from the temple grounds. As he poured this mixture into the soil, he spoke of the importance of intention and the act of giving back to the earth. "This," he said, "is more than just watering the plants. It is an act of devotion, a way to align your actions with the energy you wish to attract. By nurturing this garden with care and intention, you open yourself to the flow of prosperity." Inspired by Tenzin's words, the woman went home and began to tend to her own garden with the same mindfulness and care. She poured the mixture into the soil, set her intentions, and over time she noticed a change. not just in her garden, but in her life. Opportunities began to bloom, and her life slowly filled with a sense of abundance. This story has been passed down through generations, and today we carry on this tradition as a way to connect with the energy of prosperity. It's a reminder that wealth is not something we chase. It's something we cultivate, both in our minds and in our surroundings. To begin this ritual, you'll need to create a special mixture to pour into your garden. This mixture symbolizes the nourishment and care that you are willing to give to both your physical environment and your inner state of abundance. Here's what you'll need: a jar or bowl of clean, fresh water, a handful of earth from your garden. If you don't have a garden, a small amount of soil from a potted plant will work, a pinch of salt, a symbol of purification and protection, a few drops of essential oil, such as lavender, mint, or rosemary, to add a touch of nature's essence. Find a quiet, peaceful space where you can prepare the mixture without distractions. Pour the water into the jar or bowl and add the earth, salt, and essential oil. As you mix these elements together, do so with intention. This is not just about combining ingredients. It's about infusing them with your energy and your desire to invite prosperity into your life. As you stir, think about what abundance means to you. What is it that you want to cultivate in your life? Financial stability, opportunities for growth, a sense of peace. Let those thoughts flow into the mixture, imagining it becoming a vessel for your intentions. With the mixture ready, take a moment to focus on your intention. Hold the mixture in your hands, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. Let yourself be present in this moment. Visualize the mixture as a container for the energy of abundance. Imagine that as you hold it, the mixture is absorbing your intentions, your hopes, and your desires. Visualize this as a warm, golden light flowing from your heart into the mixture, infusing it with the energy of prosperity. Speak a simple affirmation or prayer over the mixture, something like, "May this garden be a source of abundance and growth. As I nurture these plants, so does the energy of prosperity flow into my life." Speak these words with sincerity and belief, knowing that you are setting in motion the flow of positive energy. Now take the mixture and walk to your garden. If you don't have a garden, a potted plant or even a patch of earth will work just as well. The key is to find a living element that can receive and embody your intention. As you pour the mixture into the soil, do so with mindfulness. This is a sacred act, a physical representation of your desire to cultivate prosperity. Pour it slowly, allowing the water to seep into the earth, carrying with it the energy of abundance. As you do this, visualize the roots of the plants drinking in this nourishment, growing strong and healthy. Imagine that as they grow, so too does the flow of wealth and opportunity in your life. Walk around your garden, pouring a little of the mixture onto different plants, symbolizing the various aspects of your life where you wish to see growth and abundance. As you do this, feel the connection between you, the plants, and the earth beneath your feet. You are not just pouring water, you are pouring intention, energy, and love into the world around you. The ritual doesn't end with pouring the mixture, it's just the beginning. Like any garden, the energy of prosperity requires ongoing care and attention. Commit to spending a few minutes each day tending to your garden. Water the plants, remove weeds, and offer them your love and gratitude. This daily act of care is a way of nurturing not just the plants, but the energy of abundance in your life. As you care for your garden, use this time to reflect on your own growth. Just as the plants need time and patience to flourish, so too does the energy of prosperity. Be patient with yourself and trust in the process. Remember, wealth is not just about money. It's about a state of being. a mindset of abundance that invites more of what you desire into your life. Over time, you'll start to notice changes in your garden. The plants may grow stronger, bloom more vibrantly, or simply thrive in ways they haven't before. This growth is a reflection of the energy you've cultivated, the intention you've set, and the care you've given. And just as you see this physical growth, you may also begin to notice shifts in your life, new opportunities, a sense of flow, a feeling that prosperity is finding its way to you. When it comes time to harvest from your garden, whether it's flowers, herbs, or simply the beauty of nature, do so with gratitude. Recognize this harvest as a symbol of the abundance you have invited into your life. Each leaf, flower, or fruit that you gather is a tangible reminder of the intentions you set and the care you've put into nurturing this space. Take a moment to appreciate this, to give thanks for the growth you've witnessed both in the garden and within yourself. As you gather what your garden has produced, think about how this abundance can be shared or used to further enhance your life and the lives of others. Perhaps you can use these herbs to cook a nourishing meal, or the flowers to brighten up a room or give to a friend. Sharing the fruits of your labor is another way to keep the cycle of abundance flowing. Remember that this practice is a cycle that continues as long as you nurture it. Just as your garden will need ongoing care, so will your mindset of abundance. Life is always changing, and there will be seasons of growth and rest. Trust that by staying connected to this ritual, you're cultivating a foundation that will support you through all the ebbs and flows. As you continue with this ritual, remember that mindfulness is at the heart of its power. The act of tending to your garden is not merely a chore or an item on your checklist. It's an opportunity to be present and to connect deeply with the earth. Each time you water your plants, each time you pull a weed or prune a branch, let it be a moment of meditation, a chance to reconnect with the energy you set in motion when you first poured the mixture into the soil. Feel the texture of the soil, the softness of the leaves, the warmth of the sunlight. Notice how the plants respond to your touch, how they perk up after being watered or seem to reach toward the light. Let this be a reminder of the interconnectedness of all things, how the energy you invest in the world has the power to bring about change, both in the garden and in your own life. By bringing mindfulness into this practice, you deepen your connection to the garden and, in turn, to the energy of prosperity. You become more attuned to the subtle shifts and changes, both in your garden and in your personal journey. This awareness helps you to remain aligned with your intentions, allowing you to continually nurture the flow of abundance. As your garden flourishes and your life begins to reflect this abundance, think about how you can share it with others. The energy of prosperity is not meant to be kept to oneself. It is meant to be shared, to inspire and uplift those around us. Just as a tree provides shade, fruit, and shelter without asking for anything in return, so too can we share what we have cultivated. Consider giving a small bouquet of flowers to a friend or neighbor, or sharing herbs from your garden to enhance a meal. Use the harvest from your garden to create something beautiful or nourishing for someone you care about. When you give from a place of generosity and love, you amplify the energy of abundance and keep it flowing. This act of giving reinforces the idea that prosperity is not about hoarding or clinging to what we have, but about creating a continual cycle of giving and receiving. Take time to reflect on this journey and the changes it has brought into your life. Think back to when you first started this practice, to when you first poured that mixture into the soil. Look at how your garden has grown and flourished under your care. Notice the shifts in your mindset, the subtle ways in which you've become more open to the flow of prosperity. Perhaps you've noticed new opportunities appearing, a sense of peace replacing anxiety, or a deeper appreciation for the abundance that already exists in your life. This reflection is an essential part of the ritual, allowing you to see the progress you've made and the growth you've experienced, both in the garden and within yourself. As you continue to tend to your garden and your mindset, remember that this is an ongoing journey. Abundance is not a destination, it's a state of being, a way of interacting with the world. It's about cultivating a relationship with the energy of prosperity that is dynamic and ever-evolving. This ritual is a beautiful and symbolic way of bringing the energy of abundance into your life. By pouring this mixture into your garden, you are not just caring for plants, you are engaging in a mindful practice that reflects how you wish to live, full of intention, care, and an openness to the flow of prosperity. It's a reminder that wealth, like a garden, is something we cultivate with love and patience. Through this practice, you are nurturing not just your garden, but your own spirit and the energy around you. It's a way of saying to the universe, I am ready to receive, I am willing to nurture, and I am open to the abundance that is all around me. By creating the right conditions, setting your intentions, and giving consistent care and attention, you allow prosperity to grow and flow into your life. As you go forward, let this ritual be a reminder of the interconnectedness of all things. The garden is a reflection of your inner state, a mirror of the energy you cultivate within yourself. And as you nurture this energy, watch how it begins to manifest in ways you may not have expected. Opportunities may arise, a sense of peace may settle within you, and you may find that wealth flows into your life in a manner that feels as natural and effortless as the growth of a tree. So, go ahead, pour this mixture into your garden and watch as the energy of abundance begins to flow into every corner of your life. Embrace the process, nurture it with care, and see how the simple act of tending to your garden becomes a powerful practice for growing prosperity in your own life. May your garden thrive, and may your life overflow with the blessings of abundance. Remember, the energy you pour into the world is the energy that returns to you. By choosing to cultivate prosperity with love, intention, and mindfulness, you open the door to a life where wealth flows as naturally as water into the roots of a tree.